Hi beautiful souls, I'm Lulu, the Nutrition Goddess, Certified Health and Wellness Coach, and today I'm going to demonstrate how I make green juice. For many years I've been using this ingredients. When we initiate our green juice journey, it's important to use a specific type of ingredient. So these are the ones that I have recommended in the recipes that I posted earlier this week, and I'm going to demonstrate how to make it. We're going to start off with a blender. Like I said, we're not going to use a juice extractor. All of the juices are going to be blended. So you want to get a blender. It doesn't matter if you don't have a high-tech blender. This is a Vitamix, which is a really powerful blender, but you can use any blender that you have at home, and it will work just as well. These are the ingredients. Kale. This is what kale looks like. For those of you that have never seen kale, it kind of looks like a romaine lettuce, wrinkled dark green romaine lettuce, and this is what it looks like when it's chopped up. We're going to use 2 leaves. 2 leaves of kale equals to about this amount, this portion. So we're going to put 2 leaves of this in the blender. The lemon, as I indicated, is a very important ingredient in the green juice because it detoxifies the body and it makes it alkaline. Alkaline is the opposite of acidic, and illness and disease grows in an acidic body. So we want to make our body as alkaline as possible. So lemon, I cut it up, left some of the peel. The peel has a lot of nutrients in it. I only left a little bit of the peel in it because too much of it makes the juice taste too bitter. So we still benefit from it by putting a little bit, but not too much. So we don't want it to taste too bitter. The celery is another important ingredient. It's a natural diuretic. And as you can see, it looks like our bones. It has kind of like the image of our bones, which means it's good for our bones. Pineapple, we only want to put a small amount of pineapple, and this is going to help the juice not taste so bitter. It's going to give it a sweet taste. But also pineapple is good, as it is a good anti-inflammatory. It's good for pain. It's good for the digestive system. And parsley. Parsley is an herb. It's an herb that's very good to detoxify the body. When you put the parsley in, you want to put everything, the stems and everything, not just the leaves. The nutrients are in the stems. Dandelion, it's also an herb, and this one is really a very powerful herb to detoxify the liver. It's also great for the hormones, for the hormonal system. It balances out our hormones. So dandelion is a very important ingredient. Cucumber. If you're going to use cucumber, make sure it's organic. If it's not organic, peel off the skin. If it's organic, we want the skin. That's where most of the nutrients are. Cucumber is very good for our skin, anti-aging. This is a very good ingredient to always include. Ginger. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory, and it also helps with the digestive system. Anything that's anti-inflammatory is what we want in our body, because inflammation is what causes illness and disease. So we want anti-inflammatory properties in our body. We're only going to use a small amount of ginger. We always want to peel it. The skin is very difficult to digest, so we always want to peel the skin from the ginger, and it's only a small amount, about the size of your thumbnail, and peel it. The other root, that's a very important root, this one has a huge amount of benefits. It's called turmeric root. If you look for it at the market, you're going to find it in a container that looks similar to this. It looks kind of like ginger. It's part of the ginger family. And you also want to peel it. The skin is very difficult to digest. So this is what it's going to look like after it's peeled. And you're going to put a whole turmeric root in it. And the turmeric root is also an anti-inflammatory. It's good to prevent heart disease. It's great for the brain. It prevents most cancers, and it's also an antidepressant, and it's great for arthritis pain. People with arthritis pain, this is something that you always want to consume. And through green juice, this is the best way to make sure that you always get turmeric in your diet, because turmeric is not an ingredient that we use in most of our recipes. So this is a great way to make sure we always consume turmeric. And we always want to have some of the essential fatty acids. We can either use flaxseed oil, which looks something like this, avocado oil, or olive oil. Olive oil, make sure it's extra virgin and cold pressed. When it's cold pressed, that means it didn't go through the heating system. So the oil was extracted in the cold process. That doesn't affect the nutrients. So make sure it's cold pressed and extra virgin if you're going to buy olive oil. The essential fatty acids in the green juice is what's going to keep us feeling full longer, and it also it nourishes our brain. So we always want to put some kind of essential fatty acid in our juice. And flax seeds or chia seeds. The flax seeds also have the essential fatty acids, and it also has fiber, so it's great for the digestive system. So let's get started. I'm going to demonstrate how I make the green juice and the portions that I put in the blender. So let's start off with, if you don't have a very powerful blender, you want to start off by putting the water at the base, because that's going to help the blades blend easier. If you put the vegetables in first, it kind of makes the blades struggle a little bit. So you put a little bit of water first, and then you start adding the vegetables. If your blender is not that powerful, you want to blend a little bit of vegetables at a time. You can't blend them all at once. But if you have a powerful blender, then you can just do everything all at once. This is a Vitamix, so this one has a lot of potency. So I'm going to go ahead and do everything all at once. I'm going to put the kale in. So this is, like I said, 2 leaves of kale. This, I'm making enough for 3 juices. So this is enough for 3 juices. If you're only going to make 1 or 2, then you have to divide the portions accordingly. The parsley, like I said, stems and everything, put them in there. And the dandelion, stems and everything as well. I'm going to chop them up a little bit so that they can fit in here with no problem. And this is 3 celery sticks. So like I said, this is enough for 3 green juices. So you divide the portions accordingly. Whoa! So now the cucumber. I'm going to keep the skin on this cucumber because this is an organic cucumber, and that's where all the nutrients are. So if you buy a cucumber that's not organic, remember, make sure to peel off the skin because you don't want all those pesticides in your green juice. If it's organic, keep the skin. Then we put the whole turmeric root, the ginger root, the lemon. This is 1 whole lemon. I cut off the skin, and I left a little bit of it because the skin has a lot of nutrients. The pineapple. This is fresh pineapple that I cut up. You could use either fresh pineapple or frozen pineapple. Do not use canned pineapple. The sugar in canned pineapple is concentrated and synthetic. Now for my essential fatty oils, I'm going to go with the flaxseed oil. And it's 1 tablespoon for each juice. This is enough for 3, so I'm going to do 3 tablespoons. Like I said, this is very good for the brain, nourishes the brain, and it also keeps you feeling full longer. So it's a lubricant also for your organs. So this is a very important part of the green juice ingredients. And now the flax seeds. I had also recommended the chia seeds, so you can choose between flaxseed and chia seeds. Both of them have omega-3 fatty acids, which are really good for the brain and for the heart and for many other functions. So this is 3 tablespoons that I put in here because it's for 3 juices. But if you're only making enough for 1, you do 1 tablespoon. Now, once you have all the ingredients in there, you fill up the blender with water all the way to the top. This is going to make sure that the juice is not so thick. You don't want the juice to be too thick. I hope I didn't overfill this. And then you just blend away. once it's completely liquefied, then it's ready to, either you can drink it instantly. I recommend you drink it on an empty stomach, either first thing in the morning or first thing in the morning and before dinner with some kind of protein, lean fish, chicken. If you're gonna make enough for the whole week, if you're gonna make it in advance, like on a Sunday, you want to store it in a mason jar. This is what a mason jar looks like. The reason why I recommend a mason jar is because it seals it completely. It's an airtight seal, and you want to freeze it. If you're gonna make it a week in advance, you want it frozen. By freezing it, it conserves the nutrients for the entire week. If you're gonna drink it instantly, then at that moment, then there's no need to put it in a mason jar. So like I said, I recommend always drink it on an empty stomach. This way the body absorbs the nutrients right away. It doesn't have to go through, if it's digesting other foods, if you drink it with a full stomach, your body is digesting other foods, and you're not going to absorb the nutrients from the green juice. So make sure to drink it on an empty stomach in the morning, first thing in the morning, for lunch, or right before dinner with some kind of lean. If this is gonna be your meal replacement for dinner, you're gonna drink a green juice and some kind of lean protein. We always need protein: chicken, fish, grass-fed beef, some kind of lean protein with this. Don't drink just the green juice by itself. That's not enough nutrients. I hope you enjoyed my demonstration, and look forward to having more tutorials with you. Have a great day, beautiful souls.